Hello, friends. Tony Ackerman here. I'm really excited to be starting this new adventure with you. A weekly video series, reflections, stories, meditations, and of course, music. All dedicated to the most important question in the world. How can we be happy? It's February 2021. We're all reeling from disorientation, from loss caused by the pandemic, as if there weren't already enough crises in this world to worry us. We might call this series Lifeline. In Palmistry, this line here is said to reveal qualities about your time on this earth. I'm planning to go to a lot of places in my life in the hope that this will be meaningful and useful to you in your own explorations. But we'll also use this word as a metaphor, a lifeline as a rope that you throw to others in trouble, helping them to survive. So what makes me qualified to throw out the rope? I'm certainly no savior, no guru, but I do keep asking the question, how can I be happy and help others to do so as well? And as I look back on my 7 decades, I've been lucky enough to sometimes get some interesting answers. One of the answers will be music. As you can see, I'm surrounded by some beautiful instruments that are always looking out at me, asking to be massaged, to sing out. Each one of them will get her own episode, of course, but we won't stop there. We'll rummage through my old vinyls and CDs for those tracks that keep coming back to enrich my life. And we'll see together how music does something for us that nothing else can. And since music is such a social ritual, I'll invite some great musicians into my studio or go visit them in theirs. And we'll play some improvised duets for you, putting heads and hearts together. But who am I and where am I? As I look back upon my lifeline, which has found beautiful homes in 7 cities spread throughout 3 different countries, the who and the where are so closely intertwined, they're almost the same. But I'm going to start with my favorite place in time, here and now. Imagine, sometime closer to the end of your life than the beginning, you get to build your dream house, all wood, red cedar siding, and you can look out the window at a gentle landscape of meadow and forest, ponds and blue mountains in the distance. Well, that's me. I'm so lucky. For the past 8 years, I've been living here with my wife Helena in this tiny village called Nova Oleszka in the northern part of the Czech Republic, near the border with Germany, in a region historically called Sudetenland. This village community and our great chorus called Heaven on Earth will certainly get their own episodes later on. But how did I, an American guitarist born in Rome, get here? We'll take several stops along the journey. The university towns of Berkeley, California, and Cambridge, Massachusetts, where I soaked up an incredible variety of American roots music and attended Harvard in the late 60s. We'll travel to the feet of my classical guitar teacher in Rome, who transformed my technique and allowed my deepest expression to shine forth. We'll visit, in our minds, of course, the gorgeous California city of Santa Barbara, where I became a doctor of musical composition and theory, that is. Maybe this means that I can heal your soul. We'll spend time in Prague, one of the world's most beautiful cities, where we spent 30 years and raised 2 sons. And of course, follow my musical marriage with the legendary Czech jazz rock pianist Martin Kratochvíl, which began under the shadow of the communist regime. And 1 revolution, 12 albums, and 36 years later, continues to enrich and inspire me. I've been a teacher for all of my adult life. Ever since 1963, when I taught my little sister her first chords on the guitar, I've taught thousands of students on this great instrument in every style imaginable. I've taught music to students of all ages, most recently at the Prague campus of New York University, where I guide the students through the musical cultures of Prague and always direct their attention to the most important question. What is it about music that makes it so essential to human life? What's music for? This series will be in part an attempt to answer that question. And I'm going to teach you something that I've been practicing for 45 years, mindfulness meditation. Because that's where I feel I can help folks most directly in their search for peace and happiness. Let's end this introduction, as we will every video, with some music. Some months ago, as the pandemic had started to take over our minds and cloud our skies with darkness, I took down my venerable old Papazian classical guitar and asked her, "Can you help me find some light at the end of the tunnel?" We improvised a theme of sorts, settling into those bittersweet low notes that this guitar excels in. And gradually we allowed the theme to be transformed from minor into major. This way of taking the journey from sadness to happiness is old and maybe a bit tired, but it works. We're going to end this episode with that recording. So, I hope you will join me in this adventure. Do let me know in the comments what you would like to explore. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Be well, my friends.
you.